Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday mornings, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, here with some words of wisdom to get us rolling for this fine day. And we again have the Allowing Prayers deck by Siobhan Nash. I'll move it a little closer. 57 invitations to spark a conversation with your soul. I love that. So, and today's card is kind of, good morning, Joe. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. Today's card is kind of going to move us out of our day-to-day realm a little bit, and welcome to whomever else is here. Good morning, Luann. Glad you're here. Everybody's starting to roll in. Love that. This card, and I just want to show you the little bird on the backside because I just think it's so cute. Today's card is going to stretch us beyond our day-to-day kind of thinking and into something more creative. So our card for today, let's just take a couple of breaths to settle into right here, right now, being fully present. I just finished doing my meditation and I noticed how frequently I was needing to redirect my attention back to the mantra, that I was kind of often drifting here and there. So hopefully with this we can stay a little more present and see what it has to share with us. But our card for today is allow magic. Allow magic. And again, I think we get kind of jaded about the possibilities for miracles and magic and expansion and amazing things. And so let's see what we can do to bring that back online for ourselves today. So there are two questions. And I want you to ponder them. Be as honest with yourself as you can be. And if you want to be as honest with me as you can be, you can post it as a private message to me, or you can post it in our feed and get other people thinking about the same kinds of things we're thinking about and feeling about and working on, and etc. So here's the first one for Allow Magic. When have you created magic in your life simply by being your true self? When have you created magic in your life simply by being your true self? And I'm rereading for, I think it's the third time, Wayne Dyer's book, I Can See Clearly Now. And the whole gist of the book is him sharing his life lessons with us about as he was in particular events. And there were a lot of interesting events in his life. His older brother having a near drowning when they were young, and him being in the position of having to save him. The one that I was reading last night, which was really interesting, was him being stationed somewhere along the upper East Coast and deciding he was going to hitchhike back to Detroit, his hometown, to visit his mother and his girlfriend. And it was cold and nasty weather and whatever, and he's hitchhiking his way there. Good morning, Linda. And he gets to a particular place, a truck stop. Because the guy didn't want to drop him off along the road because it was so nasty out. He said, you're going to have frostbite in short order. Dropped him at this truck stop, and so he headed out to the road to catch a different hitchhike, and another sailor was coming past him and said, don't stand out there too long, it's way too cold. He said thank you. It was, I don't know, some god-awful time in the morning. Stood out there for 15-20 minutes, realized he couldn't stand out there, went back in, and the only other person in the restaurant was the sailor that he had crossed in the parking lot. It was his older brother, who was on a submarine. And so they never knew where he was or when he was going to be on leave. And he was headed home to visit their mom and his fiance. So that happenstance, seemingly happenstance, there are no accidents, crossing of these two brothers who hadn't communicated at all about, hey, I'm going home this weekend, how about you, began him moving down the path of, there are no accidents, and it's all magic. And when we choose to see the magic, it fosters more magic. And so that was kind of a joy-filled instance of this kind of stuff happening. The synchronicities in life, the unfoldings that we can't engineer, predict, etc. But there it is right in front of us. Man, I needed this and it showed up in this unusual, amazing way. So that's the first question. When have you created magic in your life simply by being your true self? Second one is, if you embraced the magic within you, what would you create next for yourself? If you embraced the magic within you, good morning, Mary, what would you create next for yourself? I'm, now that I've moved and settled in a little bit, etc., I'm back to thinking about, dreaming about, planning about my intentional community idea. And that's a dream big kind of thing. Might there be a smaller iteration first? Perhaps. We'll see. But there's things that I'm following the divine guidance on that. Where am I being led? What's being brought to me to manifest that dream? I don't think that would have been plopped in my head were it not to become a reality, right? So, allow magic. When have you created magic in your life simply by being your true self? And if you embrace the magic within you, what would you create next in your life? I love those questions. So I'd like you to ponder them today. And there's something I'd like you to notice. We all have that naysayer within. That isn't going to work. Why, you're getting too big for your britches. What are you talking about? Blah, 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 blah. All that crap, right? The self-limiting stuff. When it pops up, not if, because it will, when it pops up, I want you to thank it for its opinion, but you're moving on. Thank you for your opinion, but I'm headed this direction. We need to transcend that voice, the one that says you can't, the one that says this isn't going to work, the one that rains on your parade, piddles on your post toasties, whatever you want to call it. Again, subconscious mind stirring that up to become a conscious thought in your head, this is never going to work, you can't do this, all that stuff. People who are highly successful have learned to transcend that voice. It's not that they don't have it, it's they've learned to transcend it. So, thank you for your opinion. I'm moving on. All right? Have an awesome day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you're capable of far more than you think you are. Bye-bye.